Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Today Tuesday? Yeah. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. How you guys doing this morning? I am running extremely late. I was supposed to be gone at 5:30. It is now 5:50. I don't know what happened. Well, I woke up with a stomach ache and my stomach was hurting. And so I was debating about whether or not to go to work. And I was like, no, let me go because I don't have any more sick days. And I would have to take a FMLA non-payable sick day. And I just can't miss that money because it's a 10-day pay period, the next pay period, and the next one after that. So when they're 10-day pay periods, it's not a lot of money, because you still have the same stuff to come out your check. So anyway, it is Truthful Tuesday. It is Truthful Tuesday. Every Tuesday, if you're new here to the channel, every Tuesday we share a truth about something. You are not required. Please don't feel obligated to participate, but it's for those that want to and like to, and we just tell the truth about something that's on our mind, our heart. It could be anything, but it's what you feel and how you feel, and that's it. It's Truthful Tuesday. I have a few, but before I do Truthful Tuesday, I want to send a huge shout out to a special individual that is over here on my YouTube channel. He moderates my channel, my live streams, and you all know him because he's always in the comments. He is the top person on my YouTube channel. YouTube sends you a analysis of who's your top supporter or who's your top person that comments the most on your videos, and that would be Mr. Meadow Shrub. And that's not his real government name, but that's the name that he uses over here on YouTube. He's a young man that I have grown to love, and I admire him. When I tell you all, if he was just 50, if he was just 50, because I don't discriminate against color, and he's not black, he's Hispanic, but Meadow, just to give you all a short story about Meadow, and then I'm gonna tell you why I'm giving him a huge shout out. Meadow, I don't remember, or I don't know when he started watching CeCe's Fashion Is My Passion, but all of a sudden I just started seeing him. He would comment a lot on the fashion hauls and whatnot, and we got to know each other through the comments. And he would always leave a comment. I like this, I like that. CeCe, you look nice, blah, blah, blah. For the longest, he said he watched my channel before he even commented. So one of my truths today is that if he was just as old as me, it would be on and popping like popcorn. And I've told him this, so this is not a secret to him. But he started watching my channel, and all of a sudden I just always would see him in the comments. And so we started talking, and I was curious to what he looked like because he was always there. And I was like, what does he look like? I went to his YouTube channel to see what he looked like. There wasn't no picture. He's an artist. So I think he had some kind of cartoon thing as his profile picture or something. So one day I just asked him, I said, he sent me an email. I don't remember what the email was about, but then I just wanted to know because the name Meadow Shrub, I'm like, what is that? I really didn't didn't know who he was. So I told him to send me a picture. I said, I want to see what do you look like? Because I had been talking to him for a long time before I ever put a face with the name or face with the comments. And so he sent me a picture, and I was shocked because I thought he was black and he was Hispanic, and he's a young man. And so I didn't realize how young he was until he told me. But I was like, wow. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. He's a handsome young man. And I was shocked that he wasn't black. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he acts like a brother. You know, he acts like a brother. And if you don't know what I'm saying about a brother, a black guy, that's how he acts. So I assumed that he was black. Well, I was shocked because he's not black. He's Hispanic. And I would have known he was Hispanic had his real name, you know what I'm saying, if his government name had been on his YouTube channel. So that was what was throwing me off. But anyway, nevertheless, Meadow, I call him Meadow, but that's not his name. Meadow, he just, you know, he cares so much about me, and he cares so much about my son and my family as a whole, and he don't play about him some CC and everybody that's attached to CC. He does not play. So yesterday I got home. I knew that this was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be here. Yesterday he told me to keep a lookout for a package that he was sending me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. There are very, very few people on YouTube that has my personal cell phone number, my home address, and I don't give out that information. So if I give you that, I got to really, really trust you, as I do. Brenda has it. Meadow has it. Angel has it. Passion for Fashion has it. And I haven't known Passion for Fashion that long, but I truly, truly trust her. I don't think Life of Marlene has my info, but I trust her as well. I trust Dee. I trust Dee has my information. I trust Angela Washington, who's over here. I trust her. So if I give you that information, I really like you and I really trust you, and that's just the honest to God truth. So yesterday I get home and I hardly ever go around to the front because I park in my garage. So I get home and I don't know why it didn't come up on my Ring camera, but nevertheless it did. But anyway, I always go and look on my porch to make sure there's nothing left on my porch. And I see a package. So I was like, what is this? And I pick it up. And so I'll share the video on YouTube, the video that Chris took of me, because Meadow had asked me and told me that the gift was coming and he wanted someone to record my reaction. So I kind of figured this was the package. So I had Christopher videotape me while I opened it. And I was just shocked. I was so floored. Metal Shrub is an artist, and has drew other art for me. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I personally didn't feel like it looked like me, but he has drew other items for me. So I you know, you all see him when he posts on the community page. He'll post like he'll post art and things like that he drew, and when I opened the package, I was shocked. So there was 3 portraits drawn, and they were of my father. Woo! So you all know, if you don't know, my dad passed 9 years ago, and last week, October 29th, was his 9th death anniversary, the day that my father passed suddenly of a massive heart attack. I've told the story a few times over here. And so Meadow had been asking me, like, he had wanted to talk to my mom, and my mother doesn't have Messenger, so he did message my mother, and my mother said, I don't have it, I don't, go into it. But he had been asking he wanted to ask her what was some of the things, like a memory that my dad would say to me or my sister, and he was asking me what things would my father say to my mother. Well, first of all, it was really hard to tell him that, because this is the honest to God truth. My father was not a mushy guy, okay? He just wasn't. And so it was hard to tell him, like, messages or something that my father would say. I mean, I could have thought of something, but he and my mother didn't have that type of relationship. You know, they wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a picture, Meadow, that I'm going to send you, and that I want you to draw for me, of the two of them. But I'll let you know about that later. And I thought about it last night. In fact, when you told me that you were doing these portraits, I had thought about it, about asking you to do this. So give me a little time, because I got to actually find a picture, number one, and number two. You know, and the reason why I want you to do this is because their anniversary is coming up January 26th. They would have been married 50, before he died, they had been married 49 years. Had he not passed, they would have made 50 years. So they're coming up to, I think, 52, 53 years. They would have been married like 53 years had he lived. And I would like to give her something as an anniversary gift, to remember him. But I'm going to talk to you privately about that later. Anyway, Meadow felt really, really pressured, because he was trying to get these gifts to me. And I didn't really know what to tell him to say to my mother or my father, because of the simple fact, what my father would say, because my father wasn't that type of person. You know, he just wasn't. He wasn't affectionate. He wasn't a mushy type of guy. They wasn't mushy like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. And he wasn't like that about me and my sister either. My father was kind of, if I'm being honest, he could be kind of cold. You know, he could be kind of cold. And that was one of the things in my childhood, as my truth, one of the things in my childhood that I really wish my father had been more loving and more affectionate. He was a good man, but he had I don't know, I don't know. I will tell you this, the mean side of me, when I'm real mean on here, when I go off on people, that's all him. Seriously, the way I cuss, that's all him. My sister can be very mean and cold too. That's all him. We are definitely him when it comes to cutting a motherfucker toenail off. My father was that way. And I have seen and I have heard some shit my father has said when he has been mad. When he went off on the guy that was supposed to put the furnace in, and he thought that the guy was trying to steal their money and scam him. And I tell you, the way my father cussed him out, it was unbelievable. And he wasn't afraid of nobody. That was the thing. He used to always say, I ain't afraid to go to jail. I ain't afraid to cut a motherfucker. You know, that's how he was. So I could have gave you something that he's some explicits, but I don't think you would have wanted to put that on the portrait. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't, I'm not gonna say he was hood, but he just was very direct. And he didn't play no games with you. You know, you knew where he was coming from. If he didn't like you, he wasn't fucking with you. One no, we gonna be buddies again, we gonna be cool again. My sister is like that. And I'm not like that, but my sister is like that. But having said all of that, it was hard for me to give you that because that's not him. But I got the packages and I opened them, and I was floored of the good. I mean, it was just so, it was him. It was him. My father, when he died, he had a gray beard and a gray goatee, gray mustache, and you captured him and the smile And it just, oh my God, it just, it was like he was in the room with me all over again. And I have to find, I'm going to find somewhere to hang it because I want to hang it. So Meadow wrote a message, and it was a message to me, and then one to my sister, and then one to my mom. And so I just, first of all, I'm going to say this. For him to do that for my mother and my sister, I know how he feel about me, but for him to go that far, to put the type of depth in that he put in for my mother and my sister, you know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. If he had just sent it to me, that would have been great. But I think for me, what really touched my heart and really made me feel the way that I feel and the kind of love and respect that I have for you is the fact that you went above and beyond for people that are in my family that you don't know personally, but of course you've seen them on live, you've seen them on my videos, of course. But I think that was more touching to me than you just sent it, doing it just for me. And again, I'm gonna say this, and I've said this here before. When people love you, they love everything and everybody that is connected to you. And that's real love. That's real love. And Meadow is just, I don't know. I just don't even know how to put into words. He's a special, special human being. He loves with his heart. He cares about people that he loves. He goes above and beyond for people that he love and care about. I feel that Meadow, sometimes it's hard for me to receive things from him because I feel like, and this is just my truth. I feel like I'm taking advantage of him. I bug him about different shit about YouTube. He'll go search it or whatever. He has sent me money. He has, what do you need, CC? What do you need? And I just, and I haven't been able to reciprocate the way in which I would like because I got all of these expenses or whatever. But that's why I said, if he was and we were the same age, I mean, it would be on and popping, like I said, like popcorn. I just know this about Meadow. He is going to be a really good husband. He's going to be a really good father. He has another friend named Nikki that he works with. He made a portrait of her. I think it was her dog. I don't know if the dog, I'm assuming that the dog passed. So he made that, and he put it on the over on the community page. She was crying or whatever. And he's one of these people that he just his heart is bigger. His heart is I've met a lot of people in my lifetime that have been beautiful people, but I would have to say, I would just have to say, I really would have to say that you are the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. And I've been here a lot longer than you. And I just ain't never met nobody like him. If I could clone him and speed him up, fast forward him up, you know what I'm saying, to my age. And I mean, nobody is perfect. I'm sure, he has his flaws like we all do. But I know that he loves me and he cares about me. I know that. And I've never met him. I've never touched him. We've never sat down and had, broke bread together, But he's just you're just a gem. You're just a gem. And you know, I'm dedicating this video to you, specifically to you, Meadow, because that's not the way that I intended for this to go. I wanted to give you a shout out, but in giving you this shout out, this video is really for you. This video is really just to tell you how much I love you and how much I adore you, and how, oh God, how a lot of days would be difficult if you were not in it. Sometimes I feel guilty. I'm going to be honest. I feel guilty because I'm not able to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. But I do have something planned. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I just feel in my heart that I can count on you. And I've had a lot of difficulties since, you know, buying this house with my car. I mean, every step of the way of things happening to me, or what has happened to me, you have been there. And I cannot stress enough and thank you enough for your love and your kindness towards me. And it means a lot to me. And I'm just grateful for you. I really, really am. It is so hard in life, and this is a real truth, you all, and you all know this to be true. It is so hard. Come on, he backed up now. Right, you still sitting here. It's so hard to find someone or people to be genuine and to have, you know, now you over here. Did you move out the way? Come on, dude. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, would you get out the way? It's so hard to find genuine people. And I don't have a lot of people in my life that I do have people in my life. Let me put it that way. I do have people in my life that are genuine and that really, really love me and really, really love Christopher. I do. But you know, and if you don't know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you all know I don't trust many people. I don't. I do not trust many people. I gotta go punch in. Hold on. Oh. All right. But I don't have many people in my life that I trust. There's been a lot of people that I have trusted and I've loved and I've cared about and I thought they were for me, and come to find out they were not. And that's a hurtful thing. So, you know, I always believe that God lets let you cross, let paths cross for a reason. And I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude and love and joy. I just want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. I know I get on your nerve. I know I do, because I get on my own damn nerve. Because I will ask him certain, because, you know, he's young. So I know that he is more of a tech guru than me. And we'll text each other at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, if, you know, we up or whatever. But we'll text. I'll text him. I'll say, Meadow, what is this? What is that? Hey, let me go search it. Let me go ask YouTube. You know, he loves me. And I know he loves me. But to love my family, to love my mother and my sister and my son, you know, I just don't even know. I just don't know how to put it into words, how that's touching to me. Because see, it's one thing to love me, but to love who I love means a lot to me. So I want to just say to you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's so many wonderful people over here on this platform. And I'm telling you all, this is why I show up here. This is why I keep making content. This is why I keep making car chats. This is why I keep doing what I do. Because I'm telling you all, I did the live yesterday. And the other day. Do y'all know I only made $7 for the month of November? It is so hard to make a freaking dime over here. I'm telling y'all the truth. It's just so hard, you know. And since I let OnlyFans go, it's just been a struggle. You know, it's been financially, it's just because that was like my other money. And I was making pretty good money over there. And it's just been a struggle. I got to find something else. You know, I got to find something else. Because I just got to find something else. And, you know, Meadow has helped. You know, he's like, Cece, what do you need? What do you need? You know, and I tell him all the time, I say, listen, you a young man. You need your money to go out on dates. Have time, you know, with your friends. And he always like, you know, if you struggling, if you need me, and if you blah, blah, if you Chris need me, you know. And that means a lot, you know. And let me just say this. Everybody needs money, right? I was looking on the news this morning. I'm talking about the SNAP benefits and how long it's going to take for people to get it back. It could be months. Listen, we are in a time right now where every person is struggling. And yes, I know everybody is not. I know everybody, as Pasha said, everybody is not broke. You know, everybody is not on that struggle train. And that's so true. But it's so many people that are. So when you have someone who says to you, are you okay? Are you going to be okay to pay that? Or what do you need? You know what I'm saying? When you have somebody to say that, when you have someone to say that to you, whether they sin or they don't sin, but to know that there's somebody who is for you. And I'm going to tell you all, I can count on my hand. I would have to say the man who I met over here on YouTube and I started to talk to, he has my back. Meadow Shrub has my back. Harvey has my back. And Sammy has my back. And these are the 4 gentlemen that I've built a rapport with. Ain't none of them trying to get nothing from me. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that they don't want it, okay? But I'm saying they ain't trying. They have a heart for me. You know, I have another man, you know, outside of YouTube who comes and fix things in my house. Hey, same thing. You know, he just loved me. We're friends. We're good friends. We talk all the time. And I have other men that if I call them, they will come if I really, really need them, you know? But I guess I said all that to say that it's just hard to find genuine people. It's really hard to find people that really love you and really care about you, because most times that's not the case. Sad but true. So I'm glad that God put you in my life. I'm glad that you are who you are. Please don't ever stop being who you are. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do and everything that you have done. And the portraits are beautiful. And as I said, I will share them. I will. And I want to share them right here on YouTube. And like I said, I'm going to talk to you about this picture that I want you to do for me of my mother and father. And when I got the portraits last night, I had actually been thinking about this. It's one of my favorite pictures of them. It's a picture of us on Christmas. And my father and my mother are kissing under the mistletoe. And it's an old picture. And it's something about that picture. I just don't know. It just showed the affection that they had for each other, you know. And I want it. I want a professional picture done of that. And so since you are in the business of doing that, I know y'all like, what the hell are you doing? This is all I have for this makeup for Fenty. And I'm just digging in the bottom of it because I'm going to get some Friday when I get paid. When I tell y'all, I'm looking for payday like a fat kid looking for cake. Whew, Jesus. Anyway. My stomach hurt. Anyway, though, I'm out of everything. I'm out of makeup. Oh, there's so much stuff I need to get. I gotta pay my phone bill. I gotta pay the cable. I ain't even finna go there. I'm not even finna go there about what I gotta get. I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, that's my truth today. My truth today is about real friendship and real love that is so hard to find. You know, it's so hard to find. You know, I just, you know, when I never thought getting on this platform, when I decided to be a content creator and decided to do plus size fashion, it was just about the fashion. I never thought that I would connect with so many people as I have. I never thought that I would build friendships with people. And from what I understand, Meadow told me that Brenda helped Meadow with the wording. So Brenda, thank you. This is what I'm saying. You all are just not my YouTube subscribers, and you all are not just my YouTube fans. You all are my friends. You all have become family. You know what I'm saying? And I never, ever thought that it would go this way. I'm just telling you all the truth. Because I wasn't looking for that, you know. But, I mean, It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, I've become good friends with Wilma, with Angel, Brenda, of course, Meadow. Like I said, Passion for Fashion, D, Life with Marlene. I mean, the list goes on. Nick Techniques. I've never met her. You know. And yesterday, you know, I was talking about, one of my truths was talking about, the YouTube platform. And there's a young lady named Jen on Demand, and there was another young lady. I can't remember her name, so please forgive me. But they're both content creators, and they was watching my video talk about, just changing the subject for a minute, talking about YouTube. But what I wanted to tell you all, and they agreed, they agreed with me. But remember, I told you all, I started to tell you all, and I got sidetracked. Remember, I was starting to tell you all about this content creator named Helen H. Let me tell you what happened to Helen H. Helen H. main YouTube channel, where she has over 200,000 subscribers. Helen H. YouTube, Google AdSense, how we get paid through Google, how we get paid through YouTube, got hacked. Okay, it got hacked. It got hacked, and she was not able to get in contact with YouTube to let them know or to get any help. So one of my other truths is, while YouTube is giving out bogus ass strikes to content creators and fucking with us on stupid shit, why is it that YouTube, and this is the thing that me and Meadow have talked about, because Meadow has Twitter. I don't have Twitter. And Meadow, how Meadow does it is that he goes through Twitter and sends YouTube. I don't know how he do it, but Meadow, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I don't know if she got her channel back or not, but her name is Helen H. If you could go over there on that video, her video is called, or either I'll do it. Her video is, it's the video talking about my Google AdSense got hacked. I don't think her main channel is back because she don't know how to get it back. The problem I have with YouTube is that YouTube has nothing, no direct way for you to contact them. There's no customer service. There's nothing. How do you have billions of people on YouTube and you have so many content creators who make content here, and there's no way for us to contact you? I would suggest, and I suggested this to her, I didn't suggest this to her. My thing is that she needs to email Google. But for all the content creators here that's looking at my platform, I guess I could tell you to be careful, but I don't know how to tell you to be careful. But do you all understand what I'm saying? We don't get protected from the trolls. We don't get protected from the bullies. We don't get protected from the racism. We don't get protected from the body shaming. We don't get protected. You let people write things and say things to us, and you do nothing. But you quick to come on and give us a copyright strike if we put up music. You quick to give us a strike on bullshit. You know, what did you do to that white woman that called me a clown? What did you do to her? Did you go and give her a strike? I doubt it if you did. I doubt it if you did. So my point is this. This is my point to you all. While YouTube is out here in these streets fucking with me, you need to get something where you can allow your content creators to be protected. Why are we not protected from getting hacked? Really? I mean, Google, you good for taking away diversity, equity, and inclusion, but you let this happen. And then Helen H. is an African American woman. How do you let how does her shit get hacked? Why is there no protection? So she's not able to get into that channel. And that's her main channel where she makes her most revenue. You know, YouTube, being a content creator, is a job. Yeah, it can be a hobby. It can be. But for most people, it's their livelihood. Same way with TikTok. I don't do enough on TikTok. I should. I just put a little snippets on TikTok, like things I'm talking about. But I was really thinking about becoming a content creator over there. They pay better. I think that you do have some violations. You can be in violations with them too. They have some fucked up strict rules too. So I don't know, but I don't know. She needs to contact somebody so she can get her channel back. But it's just a goddamn shame what you got to go through over here on YouTube. It's just a goddamn shame. You know, and like I said yesterday, you know, they don't push your channel out. They don't support you over here on this platform. You know, you put up a video and you only get 500 views. You know, like I was telling y'all about Sharnita Lynn, hippie chick. Sharnita Lynn says that she's I don't know if she is or isn't, but I hope that she's monetized. But she gets a lot of views, but she said people don't watch them all the way through. So I just cannot believe she still has not got the 400 watch time hours. It is just impossible. They make it impossible, and they try to make it impossible for you to succeed over here. You know, and I'm just like, why? It's like everything got to be goddamn hard. I don't get it. So, content creators who are here, please be, you know, aware or careful about, you know, she has another page. So she was able to come on, wear this purple lipstick. She was able to come on and tell us about it. But be careful. You know, just be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's what I'm saying. You know, y'all over here bothering other people on bullshit when you should be trying to help. When you should be trying to make sure that we protect it. And I feel so bad for her because she was so upset because she can't get in her channel. I don't know what I did with that. What I do with it? I had it yesterday. I lost it again. Oh, here it is. So, be careful over here. Because YouTube ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. I don't know what they doing. I just don't get it. So that's one of my truths today is about Meadow. And I'm glad that he's my friend. Since I got on a purple hat, I figured I'd just put on some purple lipstick. I'm asking y'all, to send good vibes and prayers. I'll let y'all know if it happened or not. But the guy was in there, the foreman, one of the foremans was in there yesterday talking about he needed somebody to go and dig holes today. I hope it ain't me. I ain't gonna even say it. I hope it ain't me. It ain't gonna be me. I'm claiming victory over everything. Amen, somebody. Question. What's cheaper? Lyft or Uber? My niece said that Lyft is cheaper. I'm just curious. I don't have a Lyft app. We don't have work or school next Tuesday. Why is Veterans Day on a Tuesday? That's what I don't understand. I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna say nothing, y'all. Just ignore me. Because it may sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm just curious. That's all. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. But you know, YouTube, you need to do better. I would give you all a horrible, especially after what you did to me, I would give you a horrible rating. Because you ain't thinking about us. Our channel shouldn't be getting hacked. I don't have the purple. Our channel should not be getting hacked. Y'all got to do better. Seriously. And my last truth for today is, I said it yesterday over in the live. Well, I won't even talk to y'all about that. I'll talk to y'all about that in another video. But I'm just going to say this. There's a lot of people, especially men folk. Some of y'all just get on my nerve. I ain't going to even lie. I got a guy. I just got a friend. When I tell y'all, he irritates my whole soul. Every Facebook post, he talking about how women hurt a man, I asked him, I said, are you hurt? I said, because who writes all of this shit? I don't get it. Get it. But content creators, protect yourself. I think I'll do another video about that. But protect yourself. Seriously, protect yourself. when it comes to this kind of doing content over here. Protect yourself. My last, I had so many today. My last truth is that my foot, my foot is on fire. My foot hurts so bad. I gotta get a doctor's statement about my foot, because it hurt. It really, really hurt. I'm gonna put the video up for you all, and of the video of the portraits, and I will take a picture and put them over on the community page as well. But you all have a great, blessed day. Enjoy your Tuesday. Don't forget to write your truth down in the comment section, whatever it may be. We do not judge. We listen. We do not judge over here. So I don't care what you write. I don't care if you write that you mourning your goldfish that died. I don't care. Just write something in the comment section, a real truth. And if you don't have a truth, just write a comment and say, hey, CC, how you doing, CC? You know, just write something. All right, y'all. All right. You all have a beautiful day, because you all are beautiful people. And you know where I'll see you. Say it with me in the next CC's Fashion Is My Passion video. They distracted me. All right, y'all. Bye. Love you all. Mwah. And big old kiss to Meadow Shrub, and a big old hug. One day we all gonna meet. One day I'm gonna meet Meadow Shrub. I'm looking forward to that. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Peace, love, and blessings.